Hello and welcome back to All About Community. Again, my name is Robert L. Harris. And when we went to break, I told you, matter of fact, I promised you, we would have Ray Bobbitt with us. Ray is the founder of the African American Sports and Entertainment Group.
Yes.
That is a big name. Wow. And hello and welcome to All About Community.
Thank you for having
Let's chat
me.
for a moment about your background and business acumen.
Sure.
Anything you want to tell us about yourself?
Yeah, so thank you for having me. And I was born and raised in East Oakland. And born and raised in East Oakland. My father and my uncles all worked at General Motors when it was at Eastmont Mall. So that was the Oakland assembly plant that eventually went to Durant Square and then to Fremont to become NUMMI. So we come from a family of our huge family right in that area. But probably our family occupied about 14 homes between 78th and 82nd Avenue. So my family side, my mother's side went to Allen Temple Baptist Church. Yeah, and then my father's side went to St. Benedict's Catholic Church. So, so I was, went to Webster Elementary, Frick Junior High School, grew up playing sports at Arroyo Park. And just have been active in the community ever since.
You are definitely rooted in the community.
That's right.
Frick, I know Frick. As a matter of fact, I used to be a many years ago, a probation officer.
Okay.
Here in Alameda County. So I'm very familiar with the school system.
Right.
Yeah, and what high school you graduated from?
So I went to Mission in Fremont. I left in the middle of high school. So I would have graduated from Castlemont. But I ended up moving. So my parents went out to Fremont because of the NUMMI, New United Motors plant was out there in Fremont.
Yeah, well, Castlemont has produced over the years, some outstanding students. As a matter of fact, my youngest brother went to Castlemont, and when he graduated from Castlemont, he went on to Stanford University and got both his master's and BA and master's in electrical engineering.
Oh, nice.
Castlemont. So Castlemont's produced great people over the years.
My father graduated from Castlemont. My mother graduated from Fremont.
All right.
From Fremont High School.
Yeah, and I graduated from Oakland Tech.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Now, can you tell me what is the purpose of AASEG?
So the African American Sports and Entertainment Group is specifically designed to come into the Coliseum site and to help revitalize East Oakland. It's the community I grew up in, and our goal is to, as we've seen Oakland be gentrified and people be displaced, we felt like there was a great opportunity for us to come into the Coliseum complex and use it as an economic vehicle to really revitalize the community. One of our goals is to use sports and entertainment as one of those vehicles, but more importantly, we want to develop the site to provide services such as housing, both affordable housing and market rate housing for education, do education collaborations, arts, culture, public services. So we really feel like this is a great opportunity for us to, with the footprint of that site being about 16 million square feet of development footprint, we could potentially create 30,000 jobs, which would be generational.
Who are some of the members of your team that's
So,
working with you on this?
Absolutely. So we have Robert Bobb, who's the former...
I know Robert Bobb, my man Robert Bobb.
Yeah. So Robert Bobb is the former city manager of Oakland. He's doing all the municipal and sort of merging the public-private. We have Loop Capital, Jim Reynolds.
Chicago.
Yep. They've been underwriting municipal bonds in Oakland for about 23 years, so they're very local from that perspective. Jim Reynolds is their CEO, and Rufus Williams is their managing director. He's working directly with us. We have Bill Duffy, who's the sports agent. He represents, I think, over 60 NBA players and has been phenomenal in that space with sports. We have Alan Dones.
I know Alan quite well.
Yep. So we have.
And I knew his father.
Okay. Yeah. I've heard a lot about his father. So Alan, and then we have Shonda Scott.
I know Shonda.
Yep. So
former head of the Oakland African American Chamber of Commerce.
Yes, that's right. And then Lanice Jones has helped us.
Lanice.
John Jones has helped us. So we really have quite a we would consider it sort of like an all-star team, for lack of a better term, of African Americans who've really accomplished a lot in Oakland and all have this common interest to really rebuild East Oakland.
Why is it so important to have blacks involved in the economic development here in Oakland?
Well, I think that the disparity study that came out was pretty glaring. That was I think it was a cold water moment for all of us, and it was a mirror for Oakland to suggest some of the statistics that have been taking place. But I think ultimately, at the end of the day, we've been designed out of so many scenarios here that for us to come into a situation where we can actually not only be involved but have some control is something that's going to be critical, because these jobs that we create and the community equity piece that we create would be something that will be very, very important for us. So I think that job creation, economic development, and growth from the African American side, typically when African Americans do well, everybody does well. So we feel like this is a really good opportunity for us to specifically impact East Oakland.
And I know that in terms of the city of Oakland doing business with blacks, less than 2% of blacks get contracts with the city of Oakland, and that is outrageous. But we have an opportunity now to develop our own businesses. Don't touch that remote. We have to go to break. We will be right back. Again, my name is Robert L. Harris, and I am your host, and we are talking with Ray Bobbitt. We will be right back in one moment.